Day 83 of the Captain's Log, April 10th. It's a sea day, and this daily log is coming with a bit of a warning. Some might find it on the morbid side, but yesterday I talked about a burial at sea, and I got this comment. And first, I wanted to explain burials at sea. We are not burying bodies at sea. We are scattering ashes, and this is something that is prearranged before guests come on board the ship. A death certificate needs to be provided. The ashes must be contained in a biodegradable vessel. We don't just scatter ashes Big Lebowski style. I want to give a shout out to our chief concierge, Melissa, because she sets it up so beautifully. Try to arrange it during sunset. I'll do a poem. Our guest relations director does a poem. There's a moment of silence, and if the guests want to say anything about their loved one, we release the ashes and we do a toast. I understand everyone's different. Some people want funerals and burial plots. Some people want cremation. Some people just don't care because they figure they're not going to be around anymore anyway. But personally, I have witnessed people go through some very trying times after a loved one passed away where they needed to figure out what the person wanted, and dealing with government agencies regarding paperwork and death certificates. And for some people during that time, it can be a good diversion, but for others, it's a lot of undue stress that can be taken care of before you ever pass away. And that's why me and my family belong to something called the Neptune Society. If it sounds nautical, it's because it is. Basically, the Neptune Society will come and get me wherever I've passed away across the globe. My ashes will be provided to my family along with the death certificates, because our family tradition is we get scattered underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. It's where my grandparents, my aunt, my uncle, my cousins, they're scattered underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. So when we visit San Francisco, which is where I'm from, we have a certain spot that we go and we pay our respects to them. Now, this is not an ad for Neptune Society. I'm just telling you about what this is as an option. The cool thing about it is they provide you with everything you need and the peace of mind that comes from having everything organized. Like, they give you a book where you can write down all of your wishes from, personally, I want a celebration of life. I don't want a funeral. I don't want anything sad. So you can write down the songs that you want played. You can pick out all the pictures you want. Because I want a party and an open bar, and that's specified as well. I even have the vessel, which looks like a paper mache shell, that I'm going to be sent off in. Now, my husband, he did not want to talk about anything death related, and that's a lot of stress because I didn't know what he wanted, and he comes from a very different background than me. But when I was in Croatia last summer, I was really proud of him because he's purchased a plot. He wants to be buried on a hill overlooking the sea. So if I can fit a little bit of my ashes in there with him, cool. This is not an ad, and I am not sponsored by the Neptune Society, but if you want more information, you can look them up online.